Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 29 of Pokemon Horizons titled Orla and the Poke Ball Craftsman just dropped, and this episode focuses on Orla. We finally get to know a little bit more about her and find out why she joined the Rising Volt Tacklers, so let's talk about it. The lead up to this episode was our heroes heading to a Pokeball Craftsman after Teppan gave them the address to someone who's interested in Pokeballs. However, the episode doesn't really focus on the Pokeball Craftsman itself. Instead, it uses this chance to give us a little peek into the life of Orla, the mechanic of the ship of the Rising Volt Tacklers. She's constantly having to fix almost everything in the ship. Friede asks her to do crazy things all the time, but she somehow always figures it out. She's someone who really enjoys machinery, learning how they work, how to fix things, how to get them going. It's her passion. When our heroes go down to the building where the Pokeball crafter is, the first thing Orla does is talk about how it's not a great building from a mechanical perspective and could be more efficient. And this is where we meet the Pokeball crafter herself, named Karna. Karna's someone who's a bit clumsy as she has machine parts everywhere. However, she's also a Pokeball crafter as she designs intricate Pokeballs. She loves all sorts of Pokeball. However, when Roy shows her the ancient Pokeball he has, she doesn't know much about it, although she does appreciate it for its beauty. She's even made a ton of her own prototype Pokeballs. However, none of them are as functional as she'd like, so she's going to continue working on it. She lets Roy try out all the prototype Pokeballs she has, since Roy wanted to practice his Pokeball throwing. So with Karna not knowing much about the ancient Pokeball, this is where the Orla focus takes place. After seeing Karna diss machine she's been using, Orla helps fix the Pokeball machine that had been exploding. She even has Karna's own Pokemon help her fix her stuff. Afterwards, there's a conversation between the two about why they do what they do. For both of them, their goal is, through Pokeball or engineering, is to make spaces for Pokemon and people to be comfortable. Karna then asks Orla if she would like to stay and work with her to help her create the Pokeball that they could both work on together. Something like a flying Pokeball, and Orla agrees. Liko's shocked when she hears this because she thinks, oh my god, Orla's not going to be on the ship anymore? Afterwards, Liko asks Orla why she decided to join Friede, and we get an explanation of what caused her to join the Rising Volt Tacklers. As we know, she used to work on a shipyard in Hoenn. She enjoyed her job there, it was easy, it was fulfilling. However, she began wondering if that's all she wanted out of life. So, when Friede called her to ask her to make something crazy like turning a regular ship into a flying airship, she was delighted. It challenged her, it allowed her to put her skills to the test, and when she was done converting the ship, she realized what she wanted to do. However, before we learn what that is, Roy's running away from a Galarian Weezing that he accidentally hit with one of Karna's prototype Pokeballs. It's a poison type, so Liko's Sprigatito won't do great against it. Enter Orla, as she brings out her Metagross. A quick Metal Claw sends it flying, however, it then causes more of them to come out of the forest. But here to save the day as always is Captain Pikachu, from the sky creating a giant bolt of lightning and explosion. He manages to knock out all the Pokemon, however, even more Galarian Weezing come out of the forest. So instead, Friede comes up with an idea. He sees smoke coming from the smokestack of the building that they're near. So, he has Orla go inside to tinker with the Pokeball making machine and push it to its absolute limit so that the smokestack blows a ton of smoke. Orla's able to do that, and that causes the Galarian Weezing to get distracted and go towards the smoke, eating it and clearing the air while avoiding further conflict. And as predictable as it was, no, Orla isn't permanently staying with Karna. Karna knew that would be the case, so for helping her fix her machine and giving her something to remember by, she hands her this gorgeous looking Pokeball. Back in the ship, Liko's finally able to finish the conversation with Orla. When Orla was creating the Brave Asagi, she realized what she wanted to do. She wanted to do things that she had never done before. On a ship like this, on an adventure like this, there would be plenty of firsts for her to experience and learn from. So even though she's always being asked for help in the ship constantly, it's something she's more than willing to do because she enjoys it, and that's where we end the episode. This is the first episode in a while that didn't lead directly to the next episode. I guess you could say maybe the final episode of chapter 1 of this series, but even then, there's some setup there. Here it feels like the episode's leaving the next few episodes to be open for either more character focused or slice of life style episodes, and looking at the preview, it looks like the next episode's gonna be more slice of life. We'll have to see which way they choose to go with this. As for this episode, which is nothing grand in the major scheme of things, it was fun to learn about one of the motivations of the main crewmates of the show. I wish it would have done something a bit more substantive, since this is something we probably could have eluded from the episode about Captain Pikachu, but it's good to get confirmation nonetheless. Overall, the episode was solid, and I'm glad that we got to see some new designs of new Pokeball. Some of them would be really cool for in-game use, like that Rocket Pokeball. Maybe this episode can help inspire some of the game developers to implement some of these. I guess we'll have to wait and see. What about you guys? What did you guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at TheRealPDGaming. And that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.